have here the idea that it says, we'll just learn a few minutes and then we'll go. It says that also again something connected with the idea of bar mitzvah. It says that what does Hashem ask of you? Kiyum liyiras Hashem, only to fear Hashem. So the Gemara says, the Gemara asks a question: Atu yira milsa zutru sahi. Fearing Hashem is such an easy thing. Not an easy thing to fear Hashem. We generally fear people more than we fear, what do you call it, right? If somebody's misbehaving, right, in class, you say, oh, Rabbi Sass is coming, Rabbi White's coming, and everybody suddenly sits down straight, and what do you call it? What would happen if kids were misbehaving, and somebody would say, everybody, Hashem is watching? So they'll throw spitballs at them, they'll mind your own business. You know, they'll throw even more spitballs. Hashem is watching, ha, 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 ha. But you see the principal is coming, then everybody up, straightens up. So the Gemara says, Otu yira milsa zutrasi. You think fear is such an easy thing to do? So the Gemara says, the Gabi Moshe milsa zutrasi. Vis-a-vis Moshe Rabbeinu, it's an easy thing to do. So the Alter Rebbe asks, thank you very much. For Moshe Rabbeinu to fear Hashem, fine, that's an easy thing. But I'm not Moshe Rabbeinu, right? I gotta be me. So what kind of a question is the Gemara asking and the Gemara is answering? The Gemara is saying, is easy, fear an easy thing? The Gemara says, yeah, not a problem, Moshe Rabbeinu, he knows how to fear Hashem. So the answer is that every Jew has a nitzutz. Nitzutz is a spark of Moshe Rabbeinu. The head of the generation is called Einei Ha'eda. He's called the eyes of the people because he gives direction for people to go. He's called the head. Just the way you have a body, and we explained before we put on tefilin that the head controls the body, the same thing is when you have the leader of the generation. Moshe Rabbeinu is the leader of the generation. The leader controls everything that happens with the rest of the body. So the Jewish people are like one giant body. That's why you have some Jews, they're very emotional, right? They're very giving. They have what we call cardiac Jews, you know? They said, you ask them to do this, they say, oh, I have a very good heart. So take some pressure off of the heart, put it on your hand instead, put it on your head. You have some Jews very intellectual, but they have no emotions. They're very little, they're very low on the emotion. Even by Avram and Yitzchak, we said Avram Avinu was overwhelmingly chesed. Yitzchak was overwhelmingly gvura. Yaakov was the balance. But at any rate, and that's even Moshe Rabbeinu, right? It says when Moshe Rabbeinu passed away, it says Bnei Yisrael cried for him. When Aaron passed away, it was everybody. Why? Because Moshe Rabbeinu was completely connected to Hashem with Torah, and because of that, he couldn't spend the time with the people like Aaron was able to spend the time with the people, bringing them close to Yiddishkeit. So there was a balance. Moshe Rabbeinu was able to accomplish certain things that Aaron was not able to accomplish, and Aaron was able to accomplish things that Moshe Rabbeinu was not able to accomplish. So even though when you have a person ahead is a great thing to have. You know, the only way to get ahead in life is to be born with one. Nonetheless, the head still needs the heart, the head still needs the hands, it still needs the feet, and so forth. So that is the idea that when we say that fearing Hashem, vis-a-vis the Moshe Rabbeinu, it's easy. That means the Moshe Rabbeinu inside of us. We all have this leadership qualities. We all have a little bit of Moshe Rabbeinu inside of us. And this is when you're becoming bar mitzvah. This is in essence what's going to happen is that little part of Moshe Rabbeinu is now going to become not a little part of Moshe Rabbeinu, it's going to become a big part of Moshe Rabbeinu because you're going to move into a leadership role and you're going to have to let Hashem lead by example. Okay, we're going to dive now. Let's go. Let's go put on.